Hello and welcome to another episode of Half in the Bag Disc Golf here with your only host. That's right, it's me. It's Ian. You're probably sitting there saying to yourself, oh no, here comes another strange episode. And yes, you are right. We're here for fun. Hope that was an awkward enough pause for you all. I hope you're all having a good morning, night, wherever you are. If you are new to the podcast, typically there are three of us, usually hopefully two, but sometimes three. Unfortunately, my co-hosts were unable to join me. I hail from the land of Chicago. Business Daddy Joe is the proprietor of Joe's Disc Golf Network, which this podcast falls under its umbrella. And then our other and usually much more eloquent host, RJ. Unfortunately, both Joe and RJ were unable to make it due to a variety of work and or life things just kind of getting in the way. I am currently drinking a Alabama-styled whiskey called Clyde Mays. It has a very apple-y aftertaste, quite delicious. Let's see. So, typically we've got about 10 minutes of banter. Probably won't be filling a whole 10 minutes of banter. But what's going on with me? What am I doing? Work's terrible. Just awful terrible. But that seems to be predominantly the feeling of almost everybody. Like, far more than the normal, just like, work sucks, I know. She left me roses by the stairs to show me she cares, but, 9-9, Fraulein. Work blows. So anyway, skipping on past work, let's see, what are we at? The stream bean, just turned 4 this past week, which is why the original recording night kind of got thrown out of whack. That and Business Daddy's Compoo got reformatted due to some him checking work emails and work emails being dangerous. Yes, good. Let's see. So there's that. That was fun. This past weekend we had 5 parties to go to in 3 days, so suffice to say I'm pretty dang tired. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for this episode, and unfortunately I couldn't do what I was like, I'll play a round of Disc Golf Valley, but that's disappeared from my Steam account. So not doing that. I'm not going to pay $5 for it. Sorry, Disc Golf Valley, but you're not worth $5. Not on the computer anyway. I'd be more willing to pay for you on the phone, but you're free there, so I'm just going to keep playing that version. And I didn't feel like getting everything set up so that way I could capture video on my phone and audio off my computer and then have to get it all to Joe and then have him edit it. It just seemed like too much work. And I know that we're all exhausted. I hit record, right? Yes, I did hit record. Good. Yeah, you're like, oh man, you are half in the bag. Nope, that's just how tired I am. Let me tell you a story. My wife goes out for the evening. Stream Bean and I are playing garbage trucks in the living room because he got a couple of construction vehicles and garbagey trucks for his birthday. And he's going through a phase currently where he won't let me have ideas to play in the game. He's relegated. He says, Dad, Bean will take the big garbage truck. You can have the bluey garbage truck. So I'm like, fine, I'll take the bluey garbage truck. That's not a problem. So I start playing and he's like, no, Dad, that's not how you play. So he wasn't letting me have any ideas. Wasn't letting me like actually interact with his game, but he wasn't explaining the rules of his game. So I then told him, okay, fine. But then you have to deliver garbage so I can put it in the garbage cans so that way I can put it out. Now, the garbage is just a bunch of D6s. And, yeah, I fell asleep. Fell asleep for like at least 5 minutes. Definitely woke up to Bean being like, Dad, will you wake up and play with Bean now? Yep. Straight up fell asleep on the floor at like 6:45. Yeah. Okay. So I think that kind of describes where I'm at energy level wise. So yeah, it's exciting. However, I figured, why not just have a little bit of adult apple juice? Enjoy it. Just a little finger and a half, so nothing crazy anyway. Let's see. So we did that. Oh, I'm playing Destiny 2's Lightfall campaign. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's mostly just more Destiny. I wouldn't say that the storyline so far is anything like mind-blowing. But long live Zavala. Long live Lance Riddick. Unfortunate that he passed on Friday of this past week. Oh yeah, the D&D campaign that I'm running is going well, going strong. I've got 7 players now. And, oh boy. Wrangling's 7 players is interesting. And they just split the party 3 and 4. Oh, and they're gonna die. They're gonna die so good. It's gonna be glorious. But the thing is, they don't know that they're basically in a Dark Souls, a Souls-born part of the world, the homebrew. So, if they die, it's fine. They'll all come back. But they will be a little crazier. Just a little bit. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. And then we'll see if they split the party again. Or if they don't. Well, we'll find out. Yeah. Yeah. I think that about covers the generic banter. Yeah. Well, if anybody out there knows of any good jobs I should apply for, especially if they're remote, just drop us a line. Let me know. I'm not above trying to GTFO in a podcast. Well, that's where I'm at. So, because I couldn't do Disc Golf Valley, I figured, well, you know what? Let's take to the internet. Now, I am here on Disc Golf, our Disc Golf. So we're just going to surf Reddit. I figured our Disc Golf would be a relatively safe place to scroll about and have a little bit of content, a little bit of fun. I was just curious to see what was currently going on the interwebs. Like, what were people pinning? What was being discussed? What's interesting? So I'm just currently looking at what's hot, but I was going to go to what's new soon, and then we'll look at the top section just to kind of get an idea of what the landscape looks, at least on the Reddit-y world. So I thoroughly enjoy the fact that like the top one down that isn't pinned. So first non-pinned discussion thread we have is the Disc Golf Network ad. And anyone else hate that DGN ad where the people are reacting to the DGN live stream? I find it super cheesy. I can't even watch it anymore when it comes on, LOL. I'm first of all enjoying that they're throwing in real grammar and then they just don't grammar right here at the end. They're like, ha, LOL, derp. And But comments aren't grabbing me. Let's see, we've got title of this post is, it's probably already been said, but the Too Hot Geese FPO commentary is a breath of fresh air. Now, I'm going to guess the Too Hot Geese is a pair of commentators. I will be super honest. I'm still getting into the much more invested side of frolfing, because, yeah, you know, I just went and played it. I never really paid attention to any of the pro stuff. And I am trying to find more things to talk about sports-wise to my work wife, so I suppose I should probably start doing more sporty things. She probably wouldn't actually mind watching the Jomez coverage of the different events while we're at work, and there's no reason for us to physically be in the office because there's nothing going on. Anyway, so I just like the fact that this hosting team's name is Too Hot Geese, especially if it's 1 or 3 people, because then I'm like, okay, what's the story behind this Too Hot Geese, and there's only 1 of you, or there's 3 of you? But it was kind of nice to hear. So in this post, they've got their last comment being, I'm becoming an even bigger fan of FBO this year because I see a closer resemblance to my own game. Still not even close to their level, though. Getting to hear why each player takes the approach they do has been especially beneficial to my mental game. I'm pumped for the next event and the Too Hot Geese's stellar commentary. So, I mean, I feel like we've probably discussed this to death on this particular platform, but I think that a lot of non-professionals will find FPO players to be significantly closer to where they are until you start, obviously practicing, getting better, improving upon your skills. In terms of just also then if you are training, and by training I mean like strength and dexterity training, so that way you can become stronger and faster and better and more flexible and not have the money nor the technology to rebuild yourself. So yeah, no, that's, I mean, it's nice that people, especially we said it, was that last week or 2 weeks ago? I forget which. But yeah, no, it's nice that Jomez is now also getting lead cards for the FPO. I think that's going to help grow the sport. I think it's going to make a lot of the sport more relatable to those of us schmoes who are just kind of like, I don't know, I fling plastic down a thing and I try to hit a basket. So, yeah. I don't know what's going on with this Ganon Burr being awesome, but I'm sure that there's some story out there. I guess I'll read about that more, and then maybe we'll have a, discussion point? I don't know. Sure. Let's see. Here's a meta post. Could we get a post-tourney discussion post that replaces the final round post on Mondays? That was too many words. Too many times that the word post was used. I no longer care. Ooh, here's a flashy poster. Trilogy Challenge, a beginner-friendly tournament experience. You can get the Pure, the Vandal, and the Warship, huh? Ooh, we have a nice photo here. First day back in over a year after someone broke into my car and stole my bag and discs. Bought 3 discs to discard a new bag, carried them around in a tote bag, and shot -4 at Morley. I'll be back tomorrow. Well, good for you there, fellow. Actually, I'm going to say this is Florida or maybe California. The palmy-ish trees in the background. It looks pretty nice. It looks like a nice disc golf course. I'd throw there. Okay. This is extremely relatable, I'm pretty sure, to everyone. We'll stop scrolling. I'm afraid that I'm going to get into a danger zone soon. I need to stop changing or adding to discs to my bag because it's making me suck. And then the post right below that is, don't be like me. It's a fine balance between adding new discs or changing the discs in your bag and sucking. So, I mean, no matter what, you're always going to need to take some time to adjust to new discs. It's going to require different approaches, different throws. They may not be necessarily suited for every situation. And so you wind up getting into a place where you need to ultimately come to terms with the fact that anytime you make a change or add a disc, you're going to suck. It depends on your skill level as a non-professional. You can tell that you are a better or more adaptable golfer if you are able to adjust to those changes or those additions faster or slower. Not that one's better, necessarily. It's just that if you golf a lot, if you're hucking the plastic down the fairway quite frequently, you're going to adapt faster than someone else who doesn't. Now, the inverse of that is if you huck plastic down the fairway quite frequently and you are really bad at changes or never adjust to the change, then you are not golfing properly. Unfortunately, it means you're not learning, you're not understanding your body's reactions, your muscle memory isn't there, and you're not necessarily allowing new inputs to change that muscle memory so that way you can adapt to the new disc. So it's not necessarily a discussion point of like, you can't do it or this person needs to stop doing it. It's just you actually need to take the time to be introspective. Learn from yourself. Learn from others. And adapt to the changes. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you, podcast listeners? Ha! Gotcha. There was an actual thought there. Suck it. Oop, we got a video. Tough start to the season at the fort. Oh, and it's right in the water. This poor person is just dejectedly staring at the water. Yeah. Turned around, showed his face. Yeah. We all know that face where you just go, well, yes. All right, let's check out what's in the newest of the new. Best Chicagoland courses outside of the canyons. Well, hold the phone. We're going to go ahead. Okay. Posted by Substantial Jelly 545 10 minutes ago at whatever time this is. Okay. So, best Chicagoland courses outside the canyons. There is nothing. I suppose we should be first, and then I will have I will make sure that this podcast becomes a place where we talk about this. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what we got. All right. Oh crap! What's Mokina actually called? Oh no! All right, hold on, everybody. Let's go hit up the old you Google. Boop, Mokina Disc Golf Course. The Oaks Disc Golf Course. There we go. The Oaks. Let's see. Yeah, the Oaks Mokina. Wait, hold on. Look at this fancy. It's been a while since I've been on Reddit. Let's see. We've got the Oaks. Park. That's in Hidden's jail. Isn't it Catherine? No, she spells it weird. Yeah, hold on. Well, that's the Memorial Lodge. That's where I got married. Catherine. There we go. That was not the correct spelling, not even remotely. Catherine. Nee. A double N. Double N. Come on there, Ian. Nope. Don't do that. It's a single N. You can't spell your... You can't... Oh, Ian. Why are you trying to spell? Don't spell things. Well, you know what? Why not? We're going to take this up and... Welcome to whatever this episode is. You're all welcome. Well, I'll just show you a picture. So this is the ballroom where my ceremony was held. These are some of the grounds. This is a little building. Took some photos in front of that. Kind of dead. It is a dog park as well, so be careful of that. Oh, that's actually someone's wedding photos. Look at these two bums. Don't know what they're doing. There's a dog and some water. My goodness. They have the weirdest collection of photos. Okay, hold on. Okay, well, there we go. It's the outside of the building that I got married in. And the disc golf course is actually right over here. So for those of you who can't, who are audio only, where the outdoor wedding receptions are held is just outside of the boundary lines of hole number... Oh, scheisse, is that 2? Yeah, that is hole 2. No. That's hole 3. I forgot where I forgot my course layout for a second. Right outside of hole 3. And usually to get to hole 4, you wind up taking a shortcut through what would be someone's wedding. But when they got the pagoda set up, you kind of know to not necessarily be there. Let's see. What do we got in search of here? This was I was hoping for a little bit more. Hoping for a little bit more from the old meh. Yeah. Fine. Be that way. Let's see. I'm definitely not going to suggest O'Brien. And now I'm calling it the wrong name. It's not Costco. Costello. There we go. Woodridge. Great for beginners. Let's see. So we've got the Oaks, Catherine Lake, Costello Park. Trying to think of the other ones that I've been to around here, and they're unfortunately just not really that memorable. Because the canyons, those are very memorable. And also a top-rated froth park. You know what? I'm going to throw those 3 suggestions out there, and we'll see what happens. Oh my god, I punched my microphone. I'm sorry, everybody. And comment. Boop. Boom. First. Suck it. Did it, everybody. First posting. Okay, that was a cool little camera trick there. All right. We have a discussion point on Jomez coverage missing the mark. I do enjoy Jomez very much. I'm thankful they exist and I can get my disc golf fix on the channel. That said, in my opinion, the coverage of the last 2 weekends has missed the mark by not letting viewers in on the chase card happenings while the lead card is playing out. I know Gatekeeper has the chase card coverage, but it feels off to tell us at the very end of the lead card that someone else won the event. It's anticlimactic and awkward from a storytelling perspective. I understand they don't control how the tournament plays out, but it would really be nice to get more context during a final lead card. It's quite likely that the sport continues to increase in parity, and chase card winners will be more common. Well, I would actually offer a different suggestion in that Jomez is contractually obligated to not necessarily get involved with anybody else. This might be coming down to contractual obligations as well as the sport trying to figure out how to get content to the public in large and not necessarily specifically them missing the mark. And it may be more that they aren't allowed to do certain things. Now, that not necessarily true. Could be wrong. But just a quick thought. So then there's my 2 cents on that. Didn't feel like typing that out. So we'll put that there. Now, is this Jesus or is this Treesus? Got a picture here. Laced. It's just a dude with long hair. It's just a white boy. Come on now. Is this disc quality or is it garbage? I can't tell. Okay, so... Oh god, it's confusing. MX-3. Can't even tell you what the heck disc is, but yeah, no, it's a very confusing, like, paint splash. Although it looks fun, it will probably be very difficult to find in the woods. It's acceptable for a player to keep playing MA3. It's clearly more advanced. As one discussion topic, do any disc manufacturers sell pre-built bags? I would like to click one button and get my cart filled with whatever is in X-Pro's bag. Now that's an interesting thought, and a way to potentially increase sales of their discs is if they did have a buy Kona Panis's, top 3 discs or something like that, or a Gannon Burr bag. Now that's actually kind of an interesting thought, because you have a gift set basically for beginners, right? You've got your 3 discs, and then you have a pro's choice or a pro bags set. So that way people who are more versed in the sport, they can get these purchased by randos that don't know what's going on, and they'd be like, oh, thanks, I like that player, cool, thank you. Like, even if it's not necessarily your style of disc, it's still like, well, I know that they're good discs, I know that they're used by one of the top pros, so why not give them a whirlsies? That's actually an interesting idea, and I'm surprised, and would be surprised if there isn't something like that. Yes. Walruses. Let's see. Discussion of the Open in Austin. Got a self-promoters. Oh, business daddy. You've got yourself some competition, business daddy. It's a Teddy Cormier 2. It's got, hey guys, I'm new to the group but wanted to share a project I've been working on over the past month. Dash. As you know, disc golf is getting bigger on YouTube, so my father and I started a channel together in hopes of showing others the joy of the game! Exclamation mark. We would love and appreciate you guys tuning in. Yep. It's gonna slowly but surely become more and more of a thing. All right, business daddy, you know who you have to target. See, disc golf became a big part of my life very quickly. But you know what? We'll read this person's story. Content, right? Just wanted to share my story with disc golf that some of you might be able to relate to. I started playing last summer thinking, why would I ever need more than these 3 beginner discs? And within a few months, I had already gone through 2 bag upgrades and bought way too many discs, and I ended up spending most of my free time either playing or practicing disc golf. 9 months later, and now I'm starting a new job at one of the few disc golf dedicated shops in Sweden, run a disc golf YouTube channel and online merch shop, and yesterday I joined the board for the local disc golf course nonprofit association. I've never gotten this much into a hobby sport before, and I definitely didn't think I could make it part of my daily work routine either. I'm not really sure why I'm sharing it here, but figured some of you might understand my excitement for this new job at getting so involved with the disc golf community so quickly. Well, Battlefront updates. Yes, we do all understand that to some degree. I may not necessarily have gone hardcore as you did, but we'll just look at Business Daddy. Got him started, and now look at him doing stuff and things. Best city for older disc golfers. Now, what's that? Okay. My brother and my best friend have been disc golfing since the days of Whammo 141, aimed at farm implements, barbecue pits, picnic benches, and identifiable stumps. We are in Minnesota, but want to take a trip somewhere south and warmer where there are loads of disc golf courses, with the understanding that we don't throw it far, but love unique and creative layouts. Suggestions. So let's see what some of our top ones here are. Charlotte area, Houston, Texas, Tampa, Florida, Clearwater. And now they're getting too long, and I lost interest. I'm a wiggly shmoo. Shmoo, 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 doodly shmoo. Shmoo, doodly shmoo, 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 boop, boop. Oh, we got someone who says, someone finally contacted my number on a lost disc. It was a disc I sold to someone. Oop. Clear they didn't mark the disc. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. All right. Well, going back to the top. You know what? And with that, I think this is where we're going to wrap things up. Yes, it is a very short episode, and I'm sure all of you are probably saying, you know what? Thank the wiggly shmoo. Thank goodness that he's not going to just keep rambling on and on and on about nothing. Because, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I did not have an agenda or an objective for this episode because my brain just could not get there. It just absolutely was herpin' the derpin'. Yeah. So, hopefully in this next week, the 3 of us will be able to reconvene and get back together, and we won't be so light on the old content. I'm gonna have to see if we can figure out some discussion points, maybe pull something from a Reddit thread or something. Just discuss the heck out of it. I don't know. Yeah. If you guys have any discussion topics you'd like to hear our derpy opinions on, let us know. We're always looking for new stuff to talk about, and not just Joe and I rambling on about random movie quotes and RJ going, "Dear God, please stay on track." So with that, I will bid you all adieu. You can find pretty much everything we post on the Joe's Disc Golf YouTube channel. Joe's Disc Golf is where you can find Joe on all of the social media stuffs that he is on. If he's there, it'll be Joe's Disc Golf. You can find me technically on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/popperfresh, POPRFRESH. Unfortunately, I am still in my hiatus as I have so much stuff going on and so very little energy to do streaming. Although I am thinking about coming back to do a series of streams for the full release of Baldur's Gate 3. Check back for more information on that. And then RJ is the Half in the Bag Disc Golf Twitter handler. Otherwise, he doesn't really have anything else that he releases to the public that I can remember right now. We should really get a cheat sheet of this stuff so I don't have to forget. Yeah. Well, all right, everybody. Thank you, and we will see you all next week with hopefully more hosts, or at least a more focused topic of things for me to ramble on about for more than just 20 to 30 minutes. All right, everybody, thank you very much. Oh, I forgot to mention, yes, if you have been listening to this but want to watch us, Joe's Disc Golf YouTube channel. You can find the Half in the Bag Disc Golf. If you're tired of seeing our faces and you're just like, "Dear God, please, I don't want to see that ugly mug anymore. Just want to listen to you morons ramble on," you can find us wherever you catch your podcasts of choice. We are on all the major platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Pandora. Sure, why not? Stuff and things. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye.